Well, hello, co-creators. Welcome back for another dose of inspiration. We are at part 3 of 3. If you haven't watched part 1 or part 2, I would invite you to do so. Part 3 is the third step of the A.T.M process to living an abundant life. And the M, which is the A.T.M, the M happens to stand for manifestation. This is the part that we all want to jump to. Let's be honest. No matter where we're at, we might be facing some big challenges in our life. We might be facing some small challenges, or we may be at the cusp of some really great ideas, concepts, next steps in our personal life, in our professional life. And we're just waiting to really bring that into reality. So no matter where you're at on this spectrum, understand that this concept of manifestation is something that is rooted in age-old spirituality and kind of the wisdom from our past, but it's also deeply supported by science, from quantum physics, the law of resonance, the law of vibration, the law of conservation. All of these principles that govern our physical world, combined with the principles that govern our spiritual world, allow this concept of manifestation, of bringing what we want into our life possible. It makes it possible. So the first step on the A.T.M process of living an abundant life was the A, which was about awakening. That was part 1. So please go back and listen if you haven't. Part 2 was the T, A.T.M, and the T was for transformation. And that's kind of the deep dive that we take to begin transforming old patterns, deeply rooted traumas, things that we had accumulated and learned along the way, programmed into our subconscious, memories, cellular memories. So that's the T. And the third part of this process of creating an abundant life is the process of manifestation. And again, it's where we all want to go first. And then we wonder why we throw up our hands and we're like, it doesn't work, or forget it. I don't believe in this stuff. Well, there was a point in my journey where I was doing a lot of positive thinking and a lot of, planting positive seeds and doing affirmations. And I still wasn't healing. I still wasn't experiencing what I really craved and wanted in my life. And so then I understood that there was more to it, which is why this process, which I found for myself and clients that I work with, is that this process seems to work well when we commit to the awakening, the transformation, and then the manifestation. So we know that manifestation is about bringing something into reality, an experience, a something, whatever that is that we want. And I want to start with, again, just that reminder of the garden metaphor because it's so important. The garden is this garden of life that we've been given. And in a garden that hasn't been tended to, we can have unruly weeds. But we also may have some flowers, but we want more flowers. We want a more beautiful garden of life. So, what manifestation is about is not trying to plant seeds of flowers in a huge bed of weeds. It's about attending to the things in our past, our ancestral patterns, our past, that transformational part, so that we can actually create a fertile soil, a clear space for the vibrations and the energies of those positive thoughts and those positive affirmations and those higher emotions and energies to actually really take hold and to show up, because we're all energy beings, and this energy is an energy, there's an energy that can compete within us. So if we've got a lot of buried stuff from our past and we're not seeing the progress that we want with our manifestation efforts, then it would behoove us to go back and say, well, maybe I need to go through this process where I can awaken, and then I can go through transformation so that the manifestation actually really works. And again, it's founded, there's science behind this concept, and there's also spirituality behind this concept. And again, bringing all that together makes this so possible. So, my invitation to you in terms of manifestation is to also understand that I have recognized there are about 3 phases to manifestation. And no matter where you're beginning, you're at the perfect place. Okay, so but when we're ready to really start putting those intentions out for what it is that we want, and we're really ready to really plant seeds with great awareness, the first thing we have to understand is some of the manifestation happens when we're observing life. We begin to see that other people can do it. We begin to align with that energy of possibility. We observe, like a child observes how to walk, and then they learn how to walk. They manifest walking into their reality. Then this next phase goes from observation to um, visualization, where we begin to now visualize what we want because we've already experienced something. Now we're watching others and we start to think, well, wow, maybe I could even do more than that. So then visualization becomes a big part of manifestation, where not only do we visualize, but we start to feel what it would feel like to be in that space. What would it be like if we've manifested that reality? So that second part of that includes also vision boards, and that includes, writing down our intentions and what we want, and really start to awaken all the senses about what that would look like if it were to happen and what it would feel like. That's an evolved state of manifestation. First, the child that's just learning to walk is just observes and mimics, and then we manifest through mimicry. Then we start to manifest through visualization. That's phase 2 of our evolution and manifestation. And phase 3 is the phase that's just, gosh, mind blowing, because it's actually about doing less. It's about efforting less, and it's about being in the flow of inspiration. And what we manifest from that place actually begins to happen beyond what we can imagine. Because you see, our imagination is often limited by our past programming, our past traumas. But when we evolve in our levels of manifestation to this place where we can really surrender to the perfection in life, where we can involve that creative intelligence, and we can trust that something better than we can even imagine is going to show up for us. And sure, we have intentions, sure, we have action plans, but what we're going to accomplish and what shows up for us begins to be a part of inspiration. So we go from observation and mimicry to this concept of visualizing what we think we want. And then we go into the space of inspiration, where we actually kind of almost let go of what we even think is possible and allow something even better to show up. Again, it's a process. There are techniques that can facilitate that process, and it works. And it's science and it's spirituality. And we get to be the co creators of those miracles. So I would love for you to play with this, see where you fall, see what feels good for you right now, and just know that there's an evolutionary process even within the scope of manifestation. And my other invitation to you is to take a look at the link below so that you could take a peruse through the circle of co-creators and see if it resonates with you. See if it would feel good to you to be a part of a collective where we learn, we grow, we evolve together, where we're looking at awakening, transforming, and manifesting individually and collectively. I lead monthly live masterclasses. So if you're a Circle of Co-Creators member, those are all free. But if you're just interested in perusing and participating in a single masterclass and then going from there, that option is also available for non-members. This Saturday coming up, March 6th at 10 a.m. Central Time, I am going to be running a live masterclass that's all about emotional mastery and why that's so important, even in the concept of manifestation. Why are those emotions and what drives those emotions and all of this so important in our capacity to manifest a life that we really deserve to live? So Check out the Circle of Co-Creators. I'd love to have you join. Please attend the Saturday Masterclass on March 6th on emotional mastery, and would love to see you there. And I'd also love for you to just leave comments, send me a private message, email me, reach out, because together we get to uplift our own lives and the world at large. And I believe that we're at a place in our evolution as a race and on this planet for us to be able to elevate life um, significantly. So I look forward to seeing you. I look forward to hearing from you. And I look forward to receiving all kinds of great messages as I do. So thank you. Keep sending them about the successes that each of you are accomplishing as you journey through this ATM process of creating an abundant life. Just know that it's possible. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.